Hello, welcome back to the channel, and it is another Owl Diary, and I've got to say it's been weeks since I last uploaded a video. So for a good year and a half or so I've been uploading videos pretty much weekly, and we just had such a busy summer and lots going on. I've had very little time, but I'm going to do this video and then over the next few weeks lots of other different videos as well, because we've got lots of the season left and some really interesting things to show you here at Owl Adventures. So my name's Ryan, I'm the head falconer, and this here is Sonic, one of our new birds. Now at the end of this video you'll see something we filmed about a month ago when we flew this bird free for the first time, and he went on a mini adventure, shall we say. So at the very end you'll get to see that kind of live bit of filming that we did and what happened when we got him back on that first free flight. All part of the training process. You can hear some noises in the background. The squawky sound is a hawk, one of our Harris hawks, and if you hear some hooting, that's an eagle owl in the aviary over there. It's a lovely evening here in September, and I'd like to update you on what's been going on. So over the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks, we've had loads of events, including lots of different flying shows in different arenas, some small and some large. Now here we have Sonic the Falcon flying in a smaller venue. That's Sonic making some noise. Enjoyed it so much they've already booked us for next year as well. Seriously. So here we see some footage. It's like a talk, isn't it? Which is near Pocklington in York. Do that because you can't. No, it's not working. I'm gonna have to hood you. Training display, really. It's all part of the training process. Having him fly. No, I can't do this. Okay, so clearly Sonic wanted to join in and it wasn't really going to work. He's a bit too noisy for me to continue talking, so I'll put him away and I'll continue this video without him, quite simply enough. So this here is a clip of Sonic flying at Burnby Hall and Gardens, which is near Pocklington in York, where they've loved it so much that she booked us for next year already. And we did 2 flying shows, and here is the bit where Sonic was flying, and it wasn't so much a big flying show, more like a training display. We explained that he's a young bird, he's only now about 4.5 months old, and this was us training him, building up his fitness, building up his stamina, and what we'll get is a very fast falcon. And the reason why he'll be so fast is because he's a peregrine falcon. They are the fastest animal on the planet. When they stoop, that's a diving technique to catch something like a pigeon from above. They hit them so hard it knocks them cold instantly, and this is because they can reach speeds over 220 miles per hour, and this does make them incredibly quick, which is why Sonic is such a fitting name. Now I got him from Ian Garland, who's a renowned falcon breeder down in the Derby area. He exports most of his birds to the Middle East and Japan and so on, but he does have a few imprints that they prepare for people to buy in this country. So I went to his fabulous falconry farm, I suppose you'd call it, and was made a cup of tea, very welcoming. The first thing I saw were all the falcons available on perches with dogs running around, big dogs. There was an Alsatian and there was a Dalmatian and some other things, and this was a great thing to see because it meant the falcon was going to be used to dogs. And we do lots of events with dogs, so that's really very important that it's not distracted too much by them. And he had quite a few different peregrine falcons, pure peregrines for sale, along with the Jaya falcons and things like that. Now I could have purchased a female, which is a lot bigger than the male, as in most birds of prey, girls are bigger than boys, and they were coming in at £2,500. Or I could buy Sonic, the little male, a little tear cell there, for just 295 quid. So I decided to go for the cheaper option, and to be fair, for a total of £300 I got the bird wearing all its furniture, a hood that fits the bird, and half a dozen bantam eggs. So that's kind of a good deal. Now the only downside to having a smaller falcon for display work like I do is that in the spring and summer especially, other birds may try to mob him. I'm sure they will, especially if they've got young nearby. There's things like crows and seagulls, blackbirds, that type of thing. And one of two things will happen. Either he'll just ignore them and outfly them, which is what we're hoping for, or he'll get a bit distracted and go and land somewhere and fly off, and we have to track him with the GPS he'll be wearing. So we'll just have to see what happens. So far flying in, we've had no mobbing whatsoever, but it's late summer. In fact, it's autumn now, so we haven't really had the right time of the year to see how that may happen. But he is a very tame bird. He's doing really well with the training, and we've been flying him at quite a few different events with a great deal of success, so we're really pleased about that. Other birds have been flying in the shows include Henrietta the eagle owl. She does lots of stuff from the perch to the ground, bit of walking around the floor as well. Of course, Bailey the barn owl's been out quite a bit, and we've also been flying our hawks as well, like Roland the Harris hawk, 5 years old now, and here he is catching food in the air in good old slow motion. Now, when it comes to Bailey the barn owl, he's got his movie debut coming up. I'm not going to say exactly where it's happening or what it is. However, he has got a feature in a scene made by a little movie company called Pixar, and that's all booked in for next month, and I hopefully can film a little bit down there, and once the film's out, perhaps show you some behind the scenes type pieces and put them into an owl diary as well. Right, that's all from me this evening. I'm now going to show you the clip we filmed of Sonic's first ever free flight towards the end of it. So I'll pass you over to that clip right about now. So, we've just been training Sonic here. We've been flying on a crayon, so it's a fancy name for a piece of string, and we've been flying to the lure fine. So what we did do is a little attempt at having him fly straight to the lure. And sometimes when you do the first time a falcon flies free, it messes around, and you can see there he's flying up and around. He's got the lure on the floor, and oh, nearly. And he might just land on the roof there, or he might just keep going. There's a bit of wind. This is all new to him, always on a trinity top. So this is a bit of live falcon training I'm doing in aerospace, no editing here at all. And a falcon that's trained already to the lure, I've done that over and over again, feeding on the lure, he knows what the lure is. He wants the food in the lure, but he's a little bit nervous, a bit unsure, because of course he's not flown free before. And he ended up doing a really big fly around.
Oh, he's gone behind.
He's gone behind the building, but there he is, he's thinking about it, it's right there for him. Oh, nearly, you can see what he's doing, he's chickening out, so to speak. And now he's landed. And there you go, you can have the food. I'll just kick it over for you. So he's wearing his GPS transmitter, that's on an extended mode, and I also put a bell on there as well, which was very, very useful, because we were able to actually hear where he was flying around. And I was really impressed actually, because even though he didn't go for that straight line to the lure, and sometimes they don't, that's fine, he was flying around quite a lot, looking at the lure and coming in towards it, and then a bit of wind just took him off in a distance, and he kind of came over the building here and landed in a house. So we went round the corner and tracked him, and even though you could argue that wasn't the best first free flight, it was a lot bigger of a flight than we were aiming for. There's a car about to come down, a big van in fact. I'll have to get off the floor in a second, I'll grab the glove there. But he's had a nice little training session as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that rather interesting end to this owl diary, and as always, thanks for watching.